What is up, people of the world? It's me again, Alex Wimmer, aka AP3 Jumped, and welcome to the VLogz 102, an exceptional year for the Nintendo Switch. If you heard and looked at the title very carefully, then you'll get the reference in it. Believe me, look very carefully. I gotta close the door. Because where am I at exactly? Well, I'm at my mom's house. Actually, I am spending the weekend over here. Cause yeah, it was in this very room when I found out what the Nintendo Switch even was, and I saw the reveal trailer right over by this wall where my old black vertical desk was, and yes, we all of us found out what it was on October 2016. I can't remember what day to be exact, but we found out what the Switch was. We found out what games were being launched. We saw our very first images of this bad boy right here. That's my book bag about to fall on the floor. But yeah, so yeah, the Sand Kingdom was the first kingdom to be unveiled. It was the first of anything to be unveiled in Super Mario Odyssey. Then this Nintendo Switch presentation came out several months later in January. It ran from 11 o'clock at night to midnight. It lasted 1 hour. I can't remember what day. I can only remember what month, not the day. But yeah, the live stream was very good. It gave us a lot more details on what was shown in the trailer. Not just games, but technical assets as well. And then the actual system came out on this day 1 year ago, along with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, the launch title for the game. What is probably the definitive launch title for the game. I know there were a few other games that came out, like 1-2 Switch, and ARMS surprisingly wasn't the launch title. It came out a few months later. But yeah, I don't play Zelda games, but I do know how well praised Breath of the Wild was. And so let me just talk about how well the Switch has been doing this past year. Well, I already talked about how it's become the fastest selling video game console in America within only its first 10 months of being on the shelves. And that's faster than even like the PS2, which that was regarded as the best video game system of all time for a long time, or well, at least one of the highest selling video game systems of all time. Definitely one of the longest running. It ran from 2001 to 2013, yes. And hell, I think the Famicom even lasted longer than that for some reason. But back to the Switch. Switching back up to the Switch, yeah. Where was I? Yes, so yeah, that was like the first accolade, and let's talk about things that happened, like, I'm just going to jump around places, like, throughout the year. Things that happened throughout the Switch's short yet exceptional lifespan. For only being on the market 1 year, it's done remarkably well. And in fact, it is definitely my new favorite console of all time for lots of reasons. It's, first off, this shit is powerful as hell. I mean, you're lucky it's as powerful as it is. That there's a reason that this isn't quite as powerful as its competitors, such as the PS4 Pro and Xbox One X, or just PS4s and Xbox Ones in general, because of the fact that they managed to compact as much technology into a device. Like, you know, they turned a home console into a portable freaking device too. So that must have costed a hell of a lot of money. And we know the Joy-Cons, the HD Rumble, and how they were made costed a lot of money, because buying these damn things, a pair of these by themselves is freaking $80, $20 more than your average full-priced game. So yeah, we already knew the Joy-Cons themselves were expensive, but the Switch system overall, you gotta really think about how expensive that was to actually produce, to get this thing to as powerful as it is, and Breath of the Wild and Super Mario Odyssey are great examples of that because of the fact that those are exponentially large freaking games. This game has 99 power moons, and 999 power moons. I've had a long fucking day today. I've worked all damn day. That's why I'm only just now getting this video up. But yeah, this game has almost 1,000 moons. I don't know why they didn't just go up to 1,000. And I don't know how large Breath of the Wild is in content, but I do have I personally do have an idea of how large it is. And it might be larger than Super Mario Odyssey. I don't know. I personally don't know that. You guys can feel free to let me know that in the comments below. Because again, I don't play Zelda games, but I do understand how popular and how well received Breath of the Wild was. And hell, it actually won Game of the Year last year. And so yeah. A lot of other games came out. The ARMS came out. Actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. Back to how powerful this damn system is. For as powerful as it is, and how much it probably costed to manufacture this damn thing to get to run as powerful as it does, it still only costs $299. Buying just the console itself. Now all the accessories and shit are way too much money, but there's actually a good reason. There's actually a good reason as to why this isn't as powerful as its competitors. So yeah. And this is honestly the first console of its kind. I mean, PlayStation did something similar to this a couple years ago, like with the PlayStation Vita, but that kind of failed miserably from what I understand. So this system right here is definitely the definitive version of this concept of being a handheld, of being a home console system that you can also take on the go. So yeah, I am very proud of Nintendo for coming up with this, and this was Satoru Iwata's very last product too, by the way. May he rest in peace. But yes, presumably his last product, I mean. But yeah, back to the games. There's a lot of great games that came out for the Nintendo Switch. Breath of the Wild was the first one. Well, we're just gonna say it is. I mean, just for the sake of simplicity. And it also came out on the Wii U, interestingly enough. But yes, what came after Breath of the Wild? 1-2 Switch came out. That unfortunately it tried to be like Wii Sports and Wii Party, but failed miserably. No one liked 1-2 Switch, and me and I'm just gonna take everyone's word for it. I don't think I'll ever try 1-2 Switch. All these other games that are on the Switch, I do want to try. Excuse me, excuse me, I just ate dinner not too long ago. But yeah, there was before I get to no, I'll talk about the first party games first. Get it? Another joke. More wordplay in this video. But yes, ARMS was the next first party title to be released, I believe. And then Splatoon 2 came out, and then Minecraft Switch Edition released, and all those were great. And all those were great games. Actually, Minecraft has been on the bajillion platforms. It's on every damn platform known to man. But that's not what I'm talking about. ARMS had good reception. I think it's still even getting DLC to this day. Splatoon 2, I personally never played Splatoon. I really wanted to, but I just chose not to for some reason. But I do know how great that game is, as well as its sequel. So yeah, I really am happy for Splatoon fans. I'm still a fan of like the franchise overall. I mean, but I just don't play the damn game, unfortunately. Like it's not like I don't do my diligent research though. But yeah, what came after Splatoon? Mario & Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Actually, that wasn't the first Mario game to be released on the Switch. Neither was Super Mario Odyssey. The first Mario game to be released on the Switch was actually Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and that was actually a very good version of Mario Kart 8 to have on the Switch. Instead of going straight to Mario Kart 9, they decided to remake their current and best Mario Kart game for the Switch. And they added a couple things. They added a couple new characters. They brought back some old characters. New characters include Inkling Boy and Girl. Old characters include King Boo, Dry Bones, and Bowser Jr. They brought back battle mode to the way it was supposed to be. They have new battle courses. They have old battle courses. They have the very first battle course remade, which is something I've been claiming for a very long time. Never bothered to remake the very first battle course from Super Mario Kart up until now. And they brought back a couple items. They brought back the Boo item. They brought back the double item box from Double Dash. The Boo item's been missing since Mario Kart DS. They brought back an item that I never ever thought would come back in Mario Kart, but it did. The freaking cape feather from Super Mario Kart. That it was only in one game, and then they brought it back Wow, I can't even talk to you. They brought it back exclusively for battle mode, which I'm glad it actually did come back. And it has 3D artwork for the first time. So yeah, I throw that out there. And no new regular tracks, but again, it's still a very good. I guess you could say revamped version of a pretty damn great game. So when will Mario Kart 9 happen? I don't know, but it will probably be released on the Switch. And then Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle came out, which no one expected to be good. Not a damn person in the world expected that game to be good, but it actually was. And to be honest, the only thing that turns me off about the game, like objectively is, and even subjectively, is the genre. I don't play turn-based strategy RPG games such as that, like, because that game is also similar to Fire Emblem in that sense. I don't play those simply because of the fact that I'm not good at those types of games. I've played all the regular Mario RPGs, but I don't go around just playing tactical RPGs. And that's the only reason that I avoided. That's the only reason I haven't played Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, at least not yet. And that's the only reason you should. That's the only reason you shouldn't play. If only the genre turns you off, then that's okay. But as far as I understand, the Rabbids aren't as annoying as they are. The hell, I've even heard them being proclaimed as the minions of video games. But they apparently are actually very charming in Kingdom Battle. And
Yes. Then we all know what Mario game came out next. Super Mario Odyssey. That's what came out next. And I'm just gonna give a rundown of it. It's a great fucking game. The largest commercial Mario game in existence, larger than some RPG titles, even larger than some Mario RPG titles, even. I think it's definitely the largest mainstream Mario game, and it has more collectibles than all of the previous 3D Mario games combined, even including Super Mario 64 DS. So yeah, it comes close when you add even those numbers, but still doesn't get to 999. It is very fucking hot in here. I don't like that at all. But yeah, what's next? A couple other games came out for the Switch that are multi-platform but still count for the Switch. Sonic Mania, that was just a good game in general to have. Doesn't matter what system you had on. There's a couple other random exclusives such as Ultra Street Fighter 2. Heard that was I think, from what I understand, I think that's a good port, and probably the very last version of Street Fighter 2 that we'll probably get. Excuse me. But let's see. There's also a lot of great ports that came out of old games that are actually good. Doom 2016, Wolfenstein: The New Colossus. I think that's out now. I don't know. WWE 2K18, on the other hand, was not a good port at all. It just wasn't. But yeah, and it's funny. As soon as we found out the official console name,
we all forgot the original code name NX. Now, in terms of what other games that we could and probably should get on the Switch, there's lots of games that we can get on the Switch. It really all depends on who you ask. We all want Smash Brothers, whether it be a deluxe version of Smash 4 or a new game altogether. Bottom line is, like I said, I still don't think we'll get a new Smash Brothers until at least 2020. I mean, that's just my opinion, but because, like I said before, if Sakurai's going to make another Smash game, he's going to need to take all the time off that he can before he can even think about starting a new game. Especially if it's a brand new game. Even if it's just a deluxe version of Smash 4, it doesn't matter. Sakurai needs all the time off that he needs to make a new Smash game. I really want there to be a new Smash game on the Switch. I don't know what kind though. I don't know if I want a deluxe version of Smash 4 or if I want a Smash 5 right off the bat. I don't know. There seems like they're remaking a lot of old Wii U games and porting them to the Switch. They've even done that with Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze and added Funky Kong as a playable character for the first time in the Donkey Kong series. And he was playable in Mario Kart Wii, but never in the actual Donkey Kong Country titles. But I think that's it. I definitely gotta say, in only its first year of being out, the Nintendo Switch has done many great things that not a lot of gaming systems can and probably ever will. So that's just my take on the Switch. I couldn't go to C&D's party, unfortunately. That really sucks. But yeah, I definitely want to hear what you guys, what your guys' story for the Nintendo Switch is. What are your own personal takes on the Switch and the games and what's happened and what will happen for the Switch? Definitely let me know in the comments below. I think I am done with this. I need to come up with something for randomness, so let's get on with that now, shall we? Here's something random. One of my Mario shirts. I have two shirts exactly like this. I already showed the first one. There's a blue version, which I got first a couple years back, and then there's this version, the gray version, which I got for Christmas one year. But yeah, it's got the it's got the. I was about to show my damn belly, but it's got It's got most of all of the sprites and NPCs from the first Super Mario Brothers game. But I don't know how many people know this fun fact yet, but there's a piece of hardware built within deep within the code for the Nintendo Switch itself of the game Golf for the NES, and it was Satoru Iwata's very first video game that he helped develop under HAL Laboratory, which is the first company he worked on, and it was I think it was put on there. It was put on there on the anniversary of his death. So, and then a couple of updates later, one or two system updates later, the software got removed. People believe that might be in, I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, an Omimura charm. An Omimura charm. I don't remember how it is pronounced. I can't remember the spelling, but that's probably why. But people believe it to be that type of charm. And Gaijin Goomba, he did a very thorough video on this. You should watch that if you haven't. Just look up Gaijin Goomba, Omimura Charm, Nintendo Switch, Golf, Satoru Iwata. I don't remember the exact name of the video, but I would link it to the description. But I've just had a very long day, so unfortunately I don't I don't know. if I find it, I'll definitely link it in the description so y'all can see. You guys will already know since the video's already up. But yeah, if that theory is the case, I definitely gotta say it's definitely a great way to. It's definitely a great and unique way to remember Satoru Iwata. Because, like I said, this is presumably the very last piece of hardware that he's ever worked on. So, Iwata's legacy still lives on with this. That might be one of the greatest thing about the Switch. That just might be the greatest thing about the Switch act overall. You know? But anyway, that'd be a cool random fun fact for you guys. I didn't expect the heat to cut off while I was talking about that, but I'm glad it did. Alright. I cried when he died, by the way. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. Be sure to stay tuned for more vlogs like this. Stay tuned for more taste test videos. I got a lot of those planned. I have some new cereals I want to try out. Some pancake flavored Captain Crunch cereal and chocolate frosted flakes, which I thought I tried a long time ago, but didn't. I tried the cinnamon frosted flakes, but I thought I tried the chocolate ones too, but those must have came after the cinnamon ones. But yeah. I'm Alex Swimmer, aka AP3Gems. Thank you so much for watching until the end. That's it for me, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye. Go watch Andre Meadows' videos about the Switch too. He did a whole week celebrating. He did a whole week of videos celebrating the Switch. I haven't watched all of them yet. I only watched the Smash Bros. One so far, but I'll get around to it. That was an air freshener. Whatever. Goodbye.